Hey, what's up, guys? Daryl Willie Insurance. Listen, if this is your first time, thank you for stopping by. If you are a return visitor, I appreciate the support. I speak about things concerning insurance, hopefully solutions concerning insurance, all things related to insurance, home, auto, small business, life, health, and I like to talk about economic concerns or issues that affect our money, pocketbooks, wallets, you know what I mean. All right, I try to stay positive, optimistic, and I love to laugh, so work with me. In my opinion, all budgets can be worked with. All right, let's get serious. All budgets, in my opinion, can be worked with. Do not cancel your insurance. Okay? Do not reach out, send comments, ask questions. Do not cancel your car insurance, home insurance, any insurance until you talk to someone who cares. Let someone help you try to make that number fit your budget so you have coverage. Remember, monthly insurance premiums are better than court judgments. Monthly insurance premiums, no matter how much you dislike paying them, will ultimately be better than an ugly court judgment against you. All right, so getting into that, or getting away from that, Megan Henney put out an article. We're going to go through it. U.S. economy adds 175,000 jobs in April, but they say it's much weaker than expected. We're talking about the economy. We're talking about jobs. Need jobs to pay these insurance premiums, right? We need to think about where the money's at, right? What's going on? Unemployment rate unexpectedly ticks higher while job growth slows in April. Okay. U.S. job growth slowed notably in April while unemployment rate unexpectedly rose, a sign that high interest rates and a stubborn inflation are starting to weigh on the labor market. Yes, people, we are still dealing with the inflation blues. All right. Side note, I'm in the Chicagoland area. Okay. Our fuel price right now for regular unleaded, I'm seeing like $4.24. All right, just to put that out there. Employers added 175,000 jobs in April, the Labor Department said in its monthly payroll report released Friday, missing the 243,000 gain forecast led by LSEG economists. It marked the worst month for job creation since October. Okay, the unemployment rate, meanwhile, inched higher to 3.9% against expectations that it would hold steady at 3.8. Wage growth was also more subdued last month, with average hourly earnings, a key measure of inflation, rising only 0.2%, less than expected. On an annual basis, wages increased 3.9% in April. The spring flowers may have been blooming in April, but the labor market showed modest signs of wilting, said Jason Pride, Chief Investment Strategy and Research at Glenmead. The surprisingly weak report paints a picture of a job market that is beginning to sputter as the result of the Federal Reserve's aggressive interest rate hike campaign. Listen to that. As the result of the Federal Reserve's aggressive interest rate hike campaign and boost the odds of rate cuts sooner rather than later. Rates not getting cut. That's me talking. Rates not getting cut. No time soon. Wall Street welcomed the news, with all three major stock indices soaring in pre-market trading Friday. Following a steady stream of sticky inflation data in recent months, today's much weaker than expected job report had to bring smiles to the faces of the Fed board, said Chris Larkin, Managing Director, Trading and Investing at E-Trade. It may not put a June rate cut back on the table, which it will not, but unless it turns out to be an anomaly, it will increase the odds that the Fed will be able to get in at least one cut this year. Now, I hate to say it like this without going too deep. The greater the unemployment rate, it's good for the Fed. They can look to try to do cuts. But when we have a strong employment numbers, and people are getting jobs, and we have these rates high, they can't cut the rates. They just can't cut the rates. And there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, but I do not with the money that we're constantly printing out and putting out, C, they're going to be able to cut rates. The days of having zero or next to zero or low interest rates are over for a very long time in this America, okay? It may not put a June rate cut back on the table, but unless it turns out to be an anomaly, it will increase the odds that the Fed will be able to get in at least one rate cut this year. Not seeing it. Fed policymakers voted Wednesday to hold interest rates steady at the highest level since 2001. Listen to that. Fed policymakers voted Wednesday to hold the interest rate steady at the highest level since 2001. Money's more expensive now, people, and signaled they will remain in a wait and see mode on rate reductions after a string of hot inflation reports at the beginning of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, inflation is ticking up. They can't cut. They can't cut. And it's crazy. This is what I'm saying. You got to talk to someone, because I don't want you to cancel any insurance. I don't want you to cancel really anything, but you have to be able to work a budget. All right. The cost of money, to borrow money, use money, it is more expensive. All right. Inflation is here. And a lot of people really want the Fed to cut the rates and make life easier, but they can't do it. The math doesn't work. Chair Jerome Powell ruled out the likelihood of additional rate hikes this year. So he's saying, I'm not going to raise more rates, but he's also saying he's not going to cut them. And signaled the Fed is ready to act should there be an unexpected weakening in the job market. It would have to be meaningful and get our attention and led us to think that the labor market was really significantly weakening for us to want to react to it, he added. A couple of tenths percentage points in the unemployment rate would probably not do that. And this is what I'm saying. A strong labor market is not helping them want to cut rates. They need to see unemployment. Nobody wants to see anyone unemployed. They need to see the labor market take a hit. They need that. But it's not happening. Not at the rate that they want it to happen. Okay? So, healthcare continued to lead the way in job creation. Hear that? Healthcare continued to lead the way in job creation, onboarding 56,200 new workers in April. Other sectors showing notable growth included social assistance, that's 30,800 employees. Transportation and warehousing, 21,800 employees. And construction, 9,000 employees. You know, in the Chicago area, we have two seasons, winter and construction. All right, I know that's funny. Okay, joking. The report also showed modest revisions to job gains earlier this year. Gains in February were revised down by a total of 34,000 jobs to 236,000, the government said, while March's gain was slightly higher at 315,000 jobs. Now, these government numbers come out, and then a couple months later, they get revived. All right, so we're going to take it for what it is now, but always stay flexible. Until Friday, the labor market had remained historically tight over the past year, defying economists' expectations for a slowdown. See what I'm saying? They were looking for the Labor Department to slow down. It did not. Economists say, sorry guys, I gotta get to my spot. Okay. Economists say it is beginning to cool after last year's blistering pace, but is still nowhere near the breaking. And it's so hard to believe that we need high unemployment and we need the Labor Department to kind of take poop to lower these rates. But that's how the math is working, right? So the labor market remains the key pillar of resilience for the U.S. economy. But the April jobs report confirms that a broad cool down in labor market conditions is underway, said Linda Bussour, EY senior economist. We foresee softer labor market conditions with cooler hiring, localized layoffs, and a continued moderation in wage growth. So, There it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the Fed is looking for. They are looking at the Labor Department. When you see the jobs and you see jobs growing and you see jobs out there, and it's just not like you have layoffs, but it's not enough. Like he said, they don't want to see like a 1/10 of a point here, a 1/10 of a point there. They want to see a real movement in the numbers, and that's not happening. But inflation is still going up. So they cannot lower interest rates at this time. So remember, money's more expensive. Watch your credit cards, watch your debt. If you're taking out big ticket financing like home and auto, please pay attention to your budget and the numbers. Understand what's expected of you once you get into these contracts, and get some insurance. All right. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming out. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe out there.